Hello, humans. My name's Link, and this is Link Plays Banjo-Kazooie. I'm playing Banjo-Kazooie. This is episode 4, and we're about to learn how to fly. Oh, look at that! Look at that lens flare, or solar flare going on there. That's... Man, when video games first started doing that, it was like, oh my god, we're in the real world now. I'm dating myself by talking about this, man. I grew up with the NES. Actually, I grew up with the Atari. I think it was the 5600 or whatever. I don't remember. It was an Atari. And then I got the NES when I was a couple years older. And man, I was in elementary school during the console wars. You guys remember the console wars? That's gonna date me with Super Nintendo, and then Sega does what Super Nintendo don't with in the blast processing and the look, I can fly. Yeah, the blast processing and the whatever and the colors and I don't know. That was a weird time. I remember kids being like divided. It was like Civil War. And over like what console was better and whatever, and like some kids had both. I had both. I had the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, and it was awesome. And in a lot of ways, they were the same. They really were the same. Like slight spec differences and stuff for sure. Definitely, there was different hardware, different capabilities a little bit, but in the grand scheme of things, a lot of games were on both, and there were minor differences, and then you just had to worry about the exclusives. Like, I mean, Sega obviously had Sonic, and Nintendo had Mario, and that was both had their own merits. I think the Sega Genesis Sonic games were outstanding. Super Nintendo had so many great exclusives, but also that was kind of a time when video games were getting a little bit more prevalent, and there were more and more people, more and more developers, just spooning out crap, and like franchises and stuff had video games, and some were terrible, and some were surprisingly good. It was an interesting time. I'm gonna get the life, even though I'm gonna get my butt chewed. Okay, we're not. Where's the shark? Is there no shark? No shark? No shark. The waters are safe for some reason. I want to go back up there, but now I'm kind of wandering because there's these guys. Oh, nothing important in there. Just feathers. Why do you even have those? Why are you alive? What is your life? There's the notes. I need all these. They're very important to me. But yeah, the console wars were really interesting and just... It just sparked so much controversy. And then it got kind of weird, because that's kind of when the generation sunk up, too. Because, I mean, Sega had a bunch of... I don't know, I'm going to call them failed systems, even though, there were definitely good games on them, but like the Sega CD, the Sega Saturn, were just kind of like, that was kind of a weird era for Sega. And then the next official generation, when the PlayStation came out, and the N64, it was definitely kind of like that was a divide too, but it was a little bit different. I remember just people hating the N64 before it even came out, and like they hated the analog stick, and they hated, there were things that like they just couldn't stand about it. And when I was in middle school, I was definitely like, you know why you don't like it? Because your mom's not gonna buy it for you. I don't know if that was necessarily true, but I'm sure there was some agita about that. Like, nobody understands this because now there's like new video game consoles and the old games don't work on them and whatever. Like, it was a confusing time. for the non-nerds, I guess. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling because I just noticed this island is opened up, and that's really weird. So let me just get over here and I'll explain that island. I mean, spoiler, but when you beat this game, oh good, ow. When you beat this game, it actually shows you like, hey, you should check that island out over there. On the original N64, at the end of the game, it's like you should check out that island, and no matter what happens in the N64 version, that island never raises up, but it shows you in a cutscene the island raised like that. So, oh, good. Okay, we'll go back to that. So that island being raised up tells me something. I'm not sure why it did, because I've gotten to this point before on the Xbox and it wasn't there. But it says there's a secret over there, but you can't get to it, and they say the secret's going to be in Banjo-Tooie. And then in Banjo-Tooie, the secret that is in there is in Banjo-Tooie, but you never actually revisit that island or anything. There's a reason behind this. So, basically, Rare found out by accident if you take the game out of the N64, the N64 saves some of this memory in its RAM, like saves some data in its RAM, and it's able to. It was able to. Like they were thinking they were able to take out one cartridge and put in another. So if you were to pull out Banjo-Kazooie and then put in Banjo-Tooie, which is the sequel, then, you know, they could do some kind of a special feature. They were going to call it Stop and Swap. And then Nintendo said, no, it's not supposed to work that way. It's not going to work in all cases. Don't make that a feature. So they never ended up doing that. But I'm going to fly to that island anyways, because I'm kind of excited to see that it's there. I'm going to get that thing down there while I'm at it. Where's the closest flight thing? It's a little ways away, so let's just finish this area up and then we'll find a flight pad. Whee! Got another Jiggy. Where are we at? 5. We're halfway done. Not bad. Alright, flight pad. Uh-oh. This nice lady just whispered in my ear and said battery low. Well, now I know how long these Bluetooth things last. That's okay. I don't actually need audio for what I'm doing. By the way, if you're curious and you're just starting to watch me, in the second video of this series, I talked about the hardware that I'm using, so you can check that out if you're interested. All right, so there's a honeycomb piece over there I need to grab, and then I'm gonna go over that shark bait island. Oh no, that's. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, normally this island's barely poking out of the water up here. So I'd be curious to see what's going on inside. And for those of you who played Banjo-Kazooie, yeah, you know this. You must be fascinated by this too. Oh wow. Look at that. I think I kind of remember this from the cutscene on the end credits. Ugh! No! Try that again. Well, okay. Fuck! This is a kid show. It's not. It's really not going to be a kid show. But this is really frustrating. I was doing good for a little while, and then I got used to doing good. There we go. Oh my god, if I fall, I'm gonna be so mad. Whew. Okay. Huh. One more. Oh, it's the egg. Okay. Ooh, an egg! That's one of the 7 stop and swap items we've been looking for. I reckon it'll unlock something special in my nuts and bolts adventure. Can't wait. Oh, it syncs up with nuts and bolts. Huh. So nuts and bolts is a is not a good game. It's it's not good. It's the third Banjo-Kazooie game. After Banjo-Tooie, they promised us Banjo 3. Banjo 3E. And instead we got Banjo Nuts and Bolts, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. And it's just not good. Uh-oh. I lost audio. That's okay, I don't. But Banjo Nuts and Bolts is it's a beautiful game. I was mesmerized by how pretty the game is. And I was so excited Banjo was back. Alright, we just gotta keep going. I don't want to be there, I want to be over here. And man, that first level looked so cool, and everything about it was gonna be so exciting, and then it was just an insult to everything I liked about Banjo-Kazooie. I think there's something over here. Yeah, there's stuff over here. It's really weird without audio. You guys still have audio. It's just I don't. But so Banjo Nuts and Bolts, or Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Basically, you have the ability to create vehicles out of pretty much, they're like Lego pieces that you just grab. I really think there's something down there, maybe not. Which sounds pretty cool, right? I mean, it's not quite what we wanted, and it wouldn't be too bad to be like kind of just an addition to the regular Banjo-Kazooie mechanics, but you don't get the. It's not a Banjo-Kazooie game. It's Banjo-Kazooie in this thing where they're driving around on Lego cars. And it's everything I didn't want. But the first level is just floors me how cool it is, how creative it is. It's really, really neat looking. Like the sky looks like it's built like on these giant LCD monitors. Or like some kind of screen. It's got these gears and stuff in the sky that are like controlling the clouds, and everything looks like it's handmade. It's so neat. And then, but it's also empty. There's nothing to do. There's just these quests where you get in your vehicle and you go and get something and bring it back, but it's not an adventure. It's just a bunch of Banjo-Kazooie characters saying, "Hey, I got something for you to do. Go do it." They either assign you a vehicle or let you use the one that you built custom. It's just, oh, it's so disappointing. It's almost like I don't know. It made me feel old, just like when they gave Shadow the Hedgehog a gun. Well, Shadow the Hedgehog makes me feel old, but. So, I'm making references that you non-gamers might not understand. Shadow the Hedgehog is the anti-Sonic. He's the black. Well, he's black colored. Let's not. Okay. All right, you little piece of shit. All right. He's the brooding emo Sonic, and they decided that Sonic needed to kind of rebrand himself. So they made a game where Shadow basically runs around shooting people and things. Like, it's so off-brand, but almost not totally off-brand because they were like slowly working up towards it. It was just, oh, it's a mess. It's a mess. I felt so old. And I mean, I played it. I played the game. I even enjoyed certain aspects of it, but it was just not necessary. All right, how are we doing? I think we're doing okay. I think there's something. There's still more to get. There is still much more to get. Where at though? Oh, okay. I know one. There's a sandcastle. I actually went by it. I was gonna kind of save it for later because I needed to be up here. So this little bucket guy, he's got a leak. Me leaky no good for water. Can you poop in me and block the leak? I sure can. Just take some of that. Oh man, we're already at 16 minutes. Alright, this episode's gonna be a little bit longer too, but bear with me. And we're gonna finish this stage up. Just in time. I just put a spaghetti squash in a little while ago, and it's beeping. It's telling me it's about done. So, oh man, we're gonna have to do some of this here. I don't know. This feels like it takes a while. We gotta spell something out. I don't know. I think I gotta spell my own name. I think that's how this is gonna work. This ancient puzzle buried under the ocean, buried under this this little tide pool here. I go in, and it's all about me. That's the kind of world I want to live in. Kazooie! Oh. And, oh. Come on. Really? Really? Right there. There we go. I-E. Now, actually, this is also where you put in some passwords and stuff. So if you wanted to put in, like, cheat codes, you can. But if you do it too many times, they'll delete your save game. I don't know if they actually delete it on here, but... Oh, that's the oven. My thing is done. I'm gonna stop it here. We're gonna finish up this level in the next one, in the next episode, because it's going on for a long time. This is 18 minutes. 18 minutes you've been listening to me yammer on about video games. So, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, whatever. Do all those things. Follow me, stalk me, whatever. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.